I felt frustrated because of the Inter Milan match. New details regarding the VAR malfunction in the Barcelona versus Rayo Vallecano match. What did Guiu say about facing Barcelona in the Champions League? Commentary from the Bulgarian coach on Lamine Yamal and FC Barcelona. And before we start, don't forget to share your opinion in the comments about the performance of the Spain national team today. And if you are a follower of FC Barcelona, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give a like, and follow our page. I felt frustrated because of the Inter Milan match. The French star Jules Koundé, defender of FC Barcelona, recalled the team's match last season against Inter Milan in the Champions League and the frustration he experienced as a result of that encounter. Barcelona exited the Champions League last season after losing to Inter Milan in the semi-finals with an aggregate score of 6-7 over the two legs. Koundé did not take part in the second leg of the semi-final against Inter Milan in the Champions League due to the injury he suffered at that time. My injury came at a difficult time, Koundé said during statements at the press conference for the France versus Ukraine match. It was frustrating for me to suffer this injury before such an important match in the Champions League semi-final, especially as it happened after some wonderful moments we lived through by beating Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey final. He added, I felt pain after the Copa del Rey final, but I was able to play. However, it got worse in the first match against Inter Milan. But now I have recovered, and I'm in good shape. On fixture congestion, he said, I've spoken about this before, and coaches have also spoken, but there are people who don't know anything about it. Any human being working in football is affected by this system, and in life in general, when you take something in large doses you feel exhausted. That's why some things need to change. Regarding facing Paris Saint-Germain, Koundé said, we are looking forward to this match with passion. During the last holiday, I saw many people telling me they wished they had seen this match in last season's Champions League final. What did Koundé say about the Ballon d'Or? On the Ballon d'Or and the comparison between Lamine Yamal and Ousmane Dembélé, he said, both players deserve the Ballon d'Or. They had a fantastic season and won titles. I can't say who deserves it more, but I am happy to play alongside Lamine Yamal and to see Dembélé's development at Paris Saint-Germain. He concluded, I would have liked to be among the nominees for the Ballon d'Or. I feel I deserve it after the season I had, but this gives me motivation to become even better. New details regarding the VAR malfunction in the Barcelona versus Rayo Vallecano match. MediaPro has revealed new details about the malfunction that occurred in the video technology VAR during the Barcelona versus Rayo Vallecano match in the third round of the current La Liga season. The match between Barcelona and Rayo Vallecano experienced a malfunction in the video technology, which caused it not to operate during the game. The match ended in a positive draw, 1-1, between the two teams in the context of the third round of La Liga. New details about the Barcelona versus Rayo Vallecano match. MediaPro reported that the power socket in the stadium for the company's mobile unit was not sufficient to operate correctly and was not sensitive enough to handle the required electrical load. The company indicated that the technical team officials tried all available options to supply electricity through alternative sources, but this did not succeed completely, both before the match and during the first half. It added that during the halftime break, the mobile unit was connected to an uninterruptible power supply until a 300 milliamp converter was obtained. The report concluded that the mobile unit underwent thorough inspections and tests after the match, but no faults were detected. What is Barcelona's position in La Liga? Barcelona occupies fourth place in the La Liga standings, with 7 points, gained from winning 2 matches and drawing 1 out of the 3 matches the team has played in the league. What did Guiu say about facing Barcelona in the Champions League? The Spanish player Marc Guiu, who plays for Chelsea, confirmed that he does not regret leaving FC Barcelona, pointing out that he left because he believed it was the best decision for his career. Guiu, Chelsea is currently the best team in the world. Guiu said in statements to the radio station RAC1 on Thursday, what I have to do now is enjoy the Premier League. It was a tough decision. Barcelona gave me everything. It was like my home. He added, there were many forwards, and they didn't guarantee me a place in the first team, so I believe I chose the best option. Coach Maresca called me and told me they trusted me and that the sporting project was amazing. He continued, I didn't have the chance to speak with the German coach Hansi Flick, but he sent me a message when we were playing in the knockout stages. He went on, Chelsea is the best team in the world right now. They have a squad, player by player. That is amazing. Maresca is a great coach, and when we step onto the pitch, we know exactly what we need to do. When asked about facing his former club Barcelona in the Champions League, he replied, It will be a special match, the match of my life. I hope to get some minutes. I already told Kubarsi that I will give my all, although I won't celebrate if I score a goal. Commentary from the Bulgarian coach on Lamine Yamal and FC Barcelona. After the conclusion of the match between the Bulgarian national team and its Spanish counterpart in the European qualifiers for the 2026 World Cup, the Bulgarian team's head coach, Lamine Yamal, spoke to the media, and the main focus of his speech was neither his team nor the result, but a single player who captured attention with his performance and magic on the field, Lamine Yamal. The Catalan gem who made the Bulgarian coach speak about him with great admiration and enthusiasm that he did not hide throughout the press conference. Aliyev began his statement by saying, Throughout my long football career, I have seen many players described as exceptional, but I can say with complete certainty that Lamine Yamal is a completely different case. He is not only a natural talent, but a complete player, a footballer who makes you stop and think about what the future of football could be. Yamal, the player ahead of his age. The Bulgarian coach did not hesitate to assert that what Yamal shows at this early age is astonishing. He explained that any coach planning a match against Spain faces a real dilemma. How do you stop a player with such flexibility, speed, and intelligence? He added, We planned extensively to close the spaces in front of him, tried to prevent his incursions, but the problem is that Yamal does not rely solely on his individual skill. He possesses an incredibly mature tactical mindset. He knows when to press, when to pass, and when to move between the lines, which makes monitoring him almost impossible. Aliyev emphasized that what distinguishes Yamal from others is his personality on the field. There are talented players who lack calmness or confidence under pressure, but Yamal, according to his description, seems to have been playing at the highest level for a decade, without faltering, without fear, and without hesitation. Barcelona with Flick, an ideal environment for talent. The Bulgarian coach did not limit himself to praising Yamal's individual abilities, but linked him directly to the current FC Barcelona project under German coach Hansi Flick. He stated that Flick has restored spirit and discipline to the Catalan team and, at the same time, opened the door for young talents to unleash their potential. He said, What Flick is doing at Barcelona deserves praise. He arrived with a clear philosophy to rebuild the team on solid tactical foundations while giving young players the full opportunity to shine. Lamine Yamal is the clearest example of this philosophy. Aliyev explained that Barcelona needed a coach capable of combining tactical rigor with the boldness to give confidence to emerging talents, and that Flick found in Yamal the piece that completes his project. He added, When you have a player like Yamal, you don't just think about winning matches, but about writing a new chapter in the club's history. Yamal, terror for defenders. Aliyev did not hide the difficulties faced by the Bulgarian defense when dealing with the young Spanish player, and said, He was a constant headache for us. Every time he touched the ball, we felt danger. The defenders had to double their efforts, but every time we thought we had closed the way in front of him, he found a new way to break through the lines. He added that having a player with such abilities in attack makes the task of any team facing Spain almost impossible, because he gives defenders no respite and can change the rhythm of the match in an instant with a magical touch, an unexpected pass, or a precise shot. Barcelona and the next European dominance. The Bulgarian coach then spoke about the future of FC Barcelona with Lamine Yamal, stating that the Catalan club will become one of the main candidates to dominate domestic and European competitions in the coming years. He said, When you see this team under Flick's guidance, and when you see Lamine Yamal at the heart of the project, you realize that Barcelona is about to enter a new phase of dominance. They have suffered in recent years from a decline in level, but now they have everything to come back stronger than ever. He asserted that Yamal is not just an important player for Barcelona, but a legendary project, and that if the club continues to nurture and support him this way, The world will witness a player who could write his name alongside the greatest to have ever played football. Personal admiration and historical comparison. Aliyev concluded his statements by showing his personal admiration for Lamine Yamal, saying, "Personally, I love following talent, and throughout my career, I have seen great players like Messi and Ronaldo when they were starting out. But what Yamal is doing at this age is rare. We are not just talking about a talented young player. We are talking about a talent that could redefine the meaning of greatness in football." He added, "For me, this match will be unforgettable, not only because it was an official qualifying match, but because it was an opportunity to see a player who will make history before my very eyes. I felt that I was witnessing the birth of a new legend, a legend wearing the FC Barcelona jersey."